We had the requirement of finding larger premises.
So the need was established.
Yes.
Hence acquisition of the facility or the parcel on Long Circular Road.
We looked for property that will house properties of 12,000 square feet and over, that can house a school also, that will provide things like a proper entrance, driveway, car parks, play field that would qualify for a school.
Now, you identify that area in the Long Circular.
Yes, and we did seek advice of the consultants to determine whether this location was suitable for a school in terms of the applications that we would need to make.
When did you make the applications and when did you identify this parcel of land?
Well, we engaged the consultants very early when we started into the building, and we were advised that this location is suitable for the school and we should get the correct approvals. So we proceeded to do the works in the building, which were internal works, and then of course some external paving and so on. Not really substantially changing the building itself. The building itself was existing for many, many years, and in fact originally was zoned for a school.
Now, the building that you identified on Long Circular was originally zoned for a school.
Yes.
Okay, so now it would
and still remains so.
Okay, so now raise my other set of questions. This is the Diego Martin Regional Corporation was granted the injunction.
Yeah.
You all did not get the proper approvals. What did you get?
The injunction raised was merely on safety. That's it. It's not about approvals. At midnight, an injunction was granted stating that they could not put their head on a block for the safety of the school, the structural integrity of the building. That's all the injunction is about.
Our position is that the town and country planning approval was not necessary in terms of the building, because one, the use remained the same, and two, there were no structural changes, and under the Act in 171, there was no requirement to apply to the town and country.
So the injunction was granted on safety issues about the structural integrity of the building, not necessarily that town and country says you can't use this for this purpose.
Exactly. That was the basis of the injunction.
What is the status today of what's taking place?
Okay, well, what we have is a determination in court by the judge that us having received many approvals, which is we had two independent engineering companies, determined that the building was safe, structurally safe. They did extreme tests on that building. These are very well-respected and registered engineering firms. We have the fire approval. We have
OSHA approval.
OSHA. We have also the electrical inspector approval, and we have WASA determining that we have met all the codes, and subject to town and country approval, they would give us approval. The judge in the court agreed with that there were substantial changes of circumstances, and he ruled in our favor and that the injunction should be removed.
So the relocation process has commenced, or will it mean that you will now begin to make this facility proper for the new school?
Well, the thing is, the judge it was taken to the appeal court. The appeal court overturned the judge's ruling that the injunction should be discharged. So we are in a position where we have 200 kids out of school because we don't have a determination from by town country planning as yet, and we don't have a health approval from the Diego Martin Regional Corporation, who has us in court in the first place.
Now, when the story broke, there was an impression that politics somehow played a hand in all of this. In some major players in the political arena, they were identified in an article. What role does politics really have in this? Is this all a political football?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, we found ourselves in the perfect storm. We have ministers and members of parliament involved in different capacities. We are not, of course, we are not certain to the extent of the involvement of different parties here, but certainly this is all about a school and 200 kids, 400 parents, 800 grandparents, You know, this is what it's about. It's not, even if there was some contravention in anything that the school may have done, I think the greater good would have been that the government will step in and say, okay, look, something is wrong here. This school is, you know, this is not a terrorist training camp. These are kids, and so there must be politics being played. We certainly would like that this whole thing be, you know, that the approval be granted.
Have you spoken with the Ministry of Education since all of this, and what is the position of the ministry on this?
We have been always in touch with the Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education has worked with us. Being a bilingual school, we started initiatives where the Ministry of Education was interested in our approach to the bilingual teaching. This is not a Spanish class in school. They were interested in our program. We also have another state-of-the-art program called the 9 Learning Steps. So we have included the latest state-of-the-art teaching methods. So we worked with the ministry over the years. The Ministry of Education, when we approached them, previous to 2013, you did not have to register a preschool. Now you have to. The rules were, you must have certain approvals, including 2 things: town and country approval, and it is site-specific, location-specific. You must be in that location for 6 months. Mm-hmm. This is August. In September, it changed. They dropped the 6 months requirement during our court case. And now,
that is the Ministry of Education.
Ministry of Education.
Okay.
And during that time, they asked all private schools to immediately register. If they do not, they can't comply, then they will be given 3 months to set their record straight for compliance. We, however, weren't asked to register, although we did, but we were not invited to do so. It was sub judice. We were in court. The present status is that you do not need town and country planning approval any longer. This is now the second change since we started in court. We no longer need town and country approval, so therefore all we need is help.
What is happening to the children of this school in the meantime?
Right now we're in 3 different locations. So that's 3 different drop-offs. If you have 3 different children, that's 3 different schools that a principal needs to attend to. 3 different locations. My child does not have the luxury of having what's called her big sister to help her. It's emotional stress.
Now,
we have no extracurricular activities anymore because we're not in a school. We're not in that kind of facility. We're in a churchyard.
What is the next step in all of this? What are you hoping? I mean, you've gone...
The next step is to get the authorities involved. We have done every single thing possible. We have met every single requirement that's necessary. Someone needs to get involved. Ministry of Education, someone, the Prime Minister, they need to get involved and they need to see, they need to ask questions. Why is it that this school's not open? Why? We have more approvals than any other school in Trinidad and Tobago right now.
You think your school is being victimized or discriminated?
Absolutely, hands down.
On what basis would you say that?
I have no idea why. Maybe we're setting too high a standard.
There are obviously individuals set against our school for whatever reason. We believe that our constitutional rights to enjoy our property has been infringed. In our response and our counterclaim against the Martin Regional Corporation and the Attorney General's office, we are seeking damages. I mean, this is beyond reason.
So this is another legal battle that has commenced.
Oh no, it's the same case, but we are now making our counterclaims. We have also asked for information under the Freedom of Information Act in terms of the activity of the Ministry of Works Transport Division, determining that traffic was a problem before we applied.
No, that was it. I just got an email that came into the TMP email, and they said this is not a children's issue. It's an issue of approvals and an issue of the traffic that's going to happen and the school not being put in a proper location. How would you respond?
If traffic was an issue, then let's sit and let's meet. We have the most comprehensive traffic management plan that there is, including drones that were, I mean, that's a lot of money to spend to bring in drones. capture what it would look like at different peak hours. We've not been given an opportunity to get into the school to show that we can, in fact, give us 3 months to prove that we can do this. You know what's very funny is that we have been operating at Assumption Church next door to this school, and no one recognized that we were there. So much for increasing traffic.
We,
not a traffic issue.
Having had the concern of the Lower Marathon Residents Association, we asked to meet them. We met with them. We tried to, we listened to what they had to say, and we tried to see what we could do to accommodate. Their only position was we must get out of there. We tried, and we continued to extend our reach and try to reach out to meet further as we went along, however, without success. We did have Dr. Ray Furlong, who is
a traffic engineer.
A traffic engineer, foremost expert in traffic, determined that there is minimal, his words in the report, minimal effect on the traffic. And we have seen it. I can put it up on live television for you, and you can see traffic at 7:30 in the morning on that location, and it's not as anywhere near severe as other areas.
But as it stands right now, the court order still exists that you cannot, because it's obviously in the Court of Appeal reinstated what was originally.
That's correct.
So as it stands right now, a court order is restricting you from entering the premises.
That's correct. But the Court of Appeal also restricted, stayed the injunction, however, on the basis of traffic. And the injunction is in place because of a concern for safety, which we proved that the building is absolutely safe. So we have a problem here too.
Your closing comments. Obviously, this is a myriad of issues that you've identified this morning, and a number of questions have to be asked about a number of things that you've revealed this morning. Your closing comments.
I would say this is about our country. This is about a group of people who got together. We have a dream. We feel that we were contributing to the character of our nation, our future leaders. We feel we are on the right track of developing our children. This is about children. This needs the government. This is screaming for the government to get involved here and to say to us, listen, this is what we need from you, and we would comply. But I guess that's my final comment. It's about the kids.
So you have children attending this school.
Yes,
so
sir.
your closing comments, Trinidad and Tobago.
I've had the opportunity to be the PTA president, to see on a back end what this school produces. To be a mom, to sit on the playground very quietly without anybody noticing that I'm watching. This school is needed in Trinidad. I shudder to think what would happen if this school shuts down. Honestly, there is no other school that I will send my daughter to. And it is just, it's insane. Let the authorities come to us and say this is what is needed, and we'll get it in place. Every single thing thus far that they've asked, we have produced. Get involved and let's just get the school open. Come and work together and let's get this school open.
And the school is currently operating in 3 different locations.
3 different locations.
200 students are enlisted in this school, and we're looking at a court battle, but also they're appealing for good sense and to prevail amongst all stakeholders as we look at this story. It continues to unfold. I'm Hema Rankstein. This is the Morning Brew. Stay with us. We will have more for you after the break.